Right now it's Monday, 4 o'clock. We shoot Wednesday, 9 a.m. call.
My name is Zach Fritz, and I'm the director of photography for Fairy Tale Life.
My name is Dion McCarter, and I am the first assistant director for A Fairy Tale Life.
I'm Deshaun Bailey, and I'm the art director for A Fairy Tale Life.
My name is Jose Guzman, and I was the director for A Fairy Tale Life.
Fairy Tale Life is a classic love story. It's about a girl meets boy. They're together for a while. Girl brings a boy home to her parents and finds out that he could be her biological brother. So it's kind of fun in that aspect. It's kind of a romantic comedy meets drama, so it's a dramedy.
Well, basically the concept for A Fairy Tale Life was really based off the dramas, the Hispanic dramas and novellas, and that pretty much the novellas, soap opera, is Latino and all that, is where we pretty much got the color schemes and the ideas of these characters.
Yeah, the original look of the film is by early 2000 Mexican cinema, and a lot of the films that they had, which was fused drama and comedy very well. So we're going for that kind of look. We have more, the lighting is trying to be very natural, almost like it's not there, like it's life. But we still have, since it's a comedy in that aspect, we still play with a lot of colors and add a lot of colors, but we still try and keep it more with a natural look and have it look like the lighting is very just ambient and how it would be in the environment.
Well, first of all, the first influence was novelas in general, because there's a lot of the deception, lies and deception between the family.
Huron is one of the early people that we're taking a lot of his influence off some of the films. Also, personally, I have some Achivo's influence with his camera work, where it's a lot of handheld and moving, and we motivate the camera through through the action of the players and really let them play out. We were trying to get some longer takes, but hopefully that'll work out, experimenting with that to really just let the actors go through the space.
Mad Men was the biggest influence. My DP got some influence from Y Tu Mamá También. That was another influence of the lighting, like the feel of it in some scenes.
The camera and stuff for the feeling of it, we're doing a lot of handheld to keep the motion alive and to capture all these different characters as they interact, really kind of put the audience there, like they're observing it as well.
It was a collaboration. We try to, what's the mood of the story? What we're trying to tell our stories and tell our audience what to feel.
The mood for the lighting is, we're trying to keep it naturalistic, but since it is a fairy tale life and a lot of it is tied around it's actually the film itself comes from a salsa song that is the same thing, and it's kind of influenced to that. So like the lighting, we're trying to keep natural, but give influence the different colors and play with the colors to really play with the emotions. So as the story gets more intense and as more drama comes into it, we go from like this evening look, this sunset look, into this really crisp reds of like the sun just setting like right when it's on the brim. So it's the red wash over everything to really give a feeling of that it's getting intense and that there's all this emotion between the characters. And then of course we have a nighttime scene as well, so we're playing with that, a little more contrasty and darker. So the moods, it kind of goes to this happy, kind of ethereal glow, into this more red, harsh, intense light, and then into this more like contrasty nighttime look where it's kind of the moment of darkness, and then it comes back into this exterior shot where of course exterior in Florida is going to be very sunny. So
I think the toughest thing we've had to kind of overcome is the wedding sequence. On a Wednesday, just kind of a little bit of our day, that day we have almost 25 extras playing as wedding guests. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with. And in my department, my team behind me is kind of dealing with, okay, the director orders 25 or 24 extras and we got to get them here, and where they're going to sit, where are they going to show up. My
cast was Hispanic, and I'm not being stereotypic, but it was a novela type of feel, so I could communicate them, I could relate to them in many other films that they've seen in the past. All of them have seen novelas, so that was a good start. I kind of told them that it was a dysfunctional family, pretty much, and they were so great, they're so good at what they do. They were great, we had an awesome time. It was so easy to communicate with them, and that's something that not a director doesn't have so often. So I was blessed to have them as my actors and actresses.
We have 42 shots planned. We have some extras shots that we also would like to pick up as well, that are on our wish list. But we're really those 42 are what we really need to tell the story, and that's what we're going to focus on. And hopefully, we can play with it though. Like, we have a pretty tight crew, and we've been pretty good. Like on our pre-pro and on our early production tests and everything, we've gone through stuff pretty quick. So I'm pretty confident that we could probably crack off more shots just playing around with it. But it's really about what the performances we're getting, especially when we're trying to do longer takes and stuff like that. That's going to be where we focus our time. Is making sure that on our longer takes, performance is good all the way through, so we have something that could be really play around with. As far as like a challenge with the shots we have and getting all the shots in those days, I think every day is a challenge, and even if we had 10 shots, it would still be a challenge because you have to just getting those shots right and getting them perfect in all the areas is a challenge in itself. So I'm not going to say it's more difficult having more shots or having less shots. I think we have a good number, and it's very much achievable within the amount of time. But I think it still will be a challenge every day, even with like one shot. It's still going to be a challenge just to get it right, because that's the goal, is to get it right.
And shooting handheld makes things easier, and it's more dynamic. You get more time. The creativity level is way increased, I feel like, for these guys. And for
a lot of our handheld is we're also trying to play with some of the movement of the film and not actually doing handheld like shots, but mixing our handheld and our dolly. A lot of the times our camera operator will be standing on the dolly, doing handheld, dolly into the shot, and then they'll step off the dolly to walk in for our masters and stuff, playing with a lot of different things like that.
It's because if they come to me and say, we want to do this turnaround, it's not on the list, but that's fine. They know me, I kind of work. I'm very organic when it comes to it. We have our list, but at the same time, we see a scene, there's only so many ways we can put cameras in a scene. And that's what I tell these guys all the time. And going handheld, they might see something, or we all might see something that's just gold, but it's not on the list. We're still going to shoot it.
Definitely, in some stages of building, there had to be leadership. There had to be direction, so that everybody was on point, knew what they were doing, and try to cut down on minimal mistakes as possible. Guys, let's build this. We got a few days left. I believe in this. We can do this. I believe that the communication is big key. But with that communication, I've learned that learning what people's ideas, collaboration, that's the big thing. That communication really does help and troubleshoots problems faster than just trying to, this is a team, this is a crew, and communication is key.
Overall, it was a good experience. It was a learning experience. All these days were worth it. All these last 3 days, we made something.
Check out A Fairy Tale Life, coming soon.
Where can you find them?
I don't know that, but we will find that out together. What? Hey, can you quiet on set, please? I'm still doing this interview. At the Enzion. Late 2017. So, yeah, that's awesome. All done. Cut it!